Okay. PLTR, Palantir, and yeah, looking there, there is the ascending channel, parallel ascending channel. Of course, it's broken low, and yeah, the one of the ways to estimate the height, depth, in this case, depth of a breakout, this is breakout low, is to just simply place down the width measurement there, which is moving about, and place that from the point of breakout, go from there, or where the final, where there's been this retest up there. So there is a difference, you see, and both of those actually correspond to where I've put on there that potential. There you see where touching along the lower parallel lines, and there is that area of what is that? What would you call that? Extreme liquidity, consolidation, all sorts of things. So the extremes of highs and lows there, that low there, that low there, and of course with the retest before moving off, see how the candles had just popped on that outside of the yellow box, the solid yellow line of the yellow box. Similar story there, across the top there, that little point of resistance, and coming across here, it does measure up, doesn't it? So that is that may well be, if it breaks low, which I think it will do from this point, break low, and it's going to come on down either to there or to there. And why was that? Because you got that low point where the actual initial breakout happened, and also from the retest. So I'm looking at there and there at the retest, initial breakout and the retest. Flown right through, hasn't it? Sometimes these previous touches can act as an area of sort of support. It's just flown through there, hasn't it? Place on there might come down to the 272, 272, yeah, right on there. It's a bit much there, isn't it? Bit much there. What you can do, just taking it, you see there, that high there, that retest move, and just taking it from that point there up to the peak of that retest low to the high 272, 2618, likely contenders in there maybe. 272, well, it might see some sort of bounce there, maybe even today. See the strength of the movement is just developing, consolidating out. I'm expecting further low side of this. It is tradable to put in a short. So why am I doing this? Yeah, look for where it swings. Look for those pivot points where it comes high and low. They move up, they move down. Buy the upside, can short on the downside. It's money makeable, both of them. So what else have we got to do here? Just going to recheck this fibs from a point of movement, initial point, a huge low down there. Just going to take it from, there we go, really from that low to the high, 786, 618. See how it's come down to that 618. Not really seem to be holding support there, but the brakes have come on slightly, hence that sort of sideways movement which has occurred in there. I'm expecting further downside. What is that, 5% plus from the 618? That's there. about 5%, and then maybe even as much 7-8%. Is that a likely point? And yeah, so just keeping an eye on this. Why am I keeping an eye on this? Okay, so I've put a moving average in there. Guy called, what's his name? Some Japanese legendary trader, Kasigawa. Kasigawa. He turns. He's just like a bedroom trader, a bit of a bedroom DJ, I suppose, might be the equivalent thereof, who turns $13,500 into, well, in about 8 years he did exceeded 100 mil, and then he's looking for, apparently he's looking for the billion or 2 billion mark now. He's looking at the billions. And one of the things this chap did was take the moving average. He used a 25. I've not used a 25 for details. I won't quite go in here. I'm just experimenting on this. And so if there was 20% below, would start looking in. He reckoned 30 was pretty much an ideal point. So if it comes down at 17, still got some more low side to come. And then you might be able to jump on it. And then it comes down to that first year about 20%. If a resets the moving average at 25, will that move up to, so this was taking it from last night. That blue line hadn't quite come down, and I'm wondering, is that going to be far enough beneath the moving average? It's about the same, isn't it? Is this what he meant by being below the 25 moving average? And then now it's ready to come up. See that movement there? So I'm wondering what sort of distance that was. That was about 20% below. From that 20% below, shifted up. But at what point was the entry? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is a little check on there, put in a fibs, bounced up, came out, broke out above the 236, started moving up. That was down there, 5%, wasn't it? There. But when it crosses the blue line, the moving average, what was the percentage? 5%. Didn't take very long to get that 5% though, did it? Zoom in. 6%. The technical targets. $382 just bounced up to the 382, didn't it? It isn't a bear move. It's there. 382 to be expected. That's absolutely spot on. I reckon that was 786 easy. Wow, 1618, 786 right there, cut off. Look at that. So once it crossed there, and then about this one here. Again, easily on the 786. There in the upward move, easily on the 786. What are those percentages like there? up to the 786, 10% over a week. %15 fairly quickly. %12 fairly quickly. All over about a week. And I'm not going to see bounce up. Yeah. So we've got a complete change of character though on here. Change of character. I mean, the character, the shape, the form is broken out. Massive pullback, break low, representing massive pullback. And just going to have to see how this plays out over the day. And wait for that launch upside. There's various ways of making it launch upside. You've got a lot to think about other things like the state of the market at the moment. So what's happening with SPX, for example, probably want to look at the tech stocks, get a look on the heat map. So it's pumped up there. And yeah, what's happening here? So it's peaked up. We're going to have a sort of head and shouldery type movement, come down and up. And we shall see. I'm looking at this coming lower, much further, but we shall see. And why that? Why the S&P 500, the SPX chart? Well, it influences other things as well, such as Bitcoin. That's what I look at it. General state of the market, broadly speaking. The indexes, the indices, the individual equities on the charts kind of move with it, don't they? So let's have a look. Go on here. So there we go on there. There's one I made earlier. And that is what I'm looking at. Price target set out in that dashed white line. Dashed white lines there. Take a profit along the way. Yeah, it's quite a bit. There's quite a few there. And I'm finding it genuinely quite interesting at the moment. Probably still a little way to go. But we should see today what happens here. So for that push up there, that green candle, that push up, the will of the people looking to think, right, that's the point there of we're going to try and set, the market's going to try and set that out as the main area of support, and the bulls are trying to main that as an area of support and move it on up. Also probably want to have a look at XABCD harmonics on there. And put that in, and of course about gap trading. So potentially, in an ideal world, assuming this goes up, potentially that's the extreme case, 30% maybe 3% from that point yesterday. Seeing how it's going, and want to have a little look. So from last night when I'd seen it, that is already popped up nearly 2% in the day. So yeah, not a bad effort, and I'm expecting to see this go up overall. I don't expect to be stopped out. There's huge stops in there at the moment. I haven't really put those in, and they can be adjusted as well. Okay. Yeah, always adjust your lines according to market conditions. They're always changing. Right.